may not still not be able to comment, but at least you can sit and listen.
Okay. Dave?
I'm just looking at the way the agenda breaks down. The discussion period happens and then the meeting's adjourned and then we go on the camera. So technically we haven't done any discussion about the in-camera piece yet. So how can we put a question about an in-camera item before the
Before the,
yes.
supposed to, other than that item.
I like the idea of them coming back as a delegation.
Or correspondence.
Yeah.
That's how Terry Lake got his,
Start that.
started out. It was a good way to go.
Just a couple of things here that I see that, and I haven't referenced it, I think we do make reference to it in our procedural bylaws. Just a couple of things I'd like to see added in here. First of all, anything should be directed to the chair, and that's got to be. And I think it could be in our procedural bylaws, I'm not sure. But when people stand up in discussion period, they should not be addressing questions to the staff or to council. It should go to you, you're the chair, everything should go through you. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, in our procedural bylaw, we don't even respond, it goes through you, right? Secondly, we have a new senior staff coming on board. One of the things I've noticed last year and that has not sat well is if someone wants to make outrageous statements to council in public meetings, then we should either set up a speaker's corner booth and charge them $5 and let them rant and rave. But I am concerned with the new senior staff coming on board that we set a new tone for 2012, that we do not have rantings about staff. Staff are off limits in council meetings. You as the chair of the meeting, if you want to include staff and bring staff into it, that's up to you. We can go through you to staff.
Right.
But for the public to stand up and berate staff or try to hold staff accountable, that is not appropriate. Certainly not under the Municipal Act is it appropriate. And what we are doing is we are accomplices. We are aiding and abetting. So I think something has to go in here that makes it very clear. This is a business meeting. This is a corporation. It's a meeting of a board of directors. Try and go down to Bay Street in Toronto and stand up at a board meeting of a company as a shareholder and start screaming and see what happens. You're escorted right out of the room. So, and hopefully maybe when we get the council chambers makeover and we have a little more reverence in the room and a little more respectful environment, that'll come along. But I think this has to be stronger in terms of, yeah, it's in there somewhere, I know. Yeah.
Through the chair.
Yeah, but we need to send a very strong message here that we welcome input, we welcome clarification, we welcome questions, we will not welcome statements. That's not the deal. You want to make a statement, apply for a delegation, make your statement.
It takes all of us to agree to that, but not that. That's right. Elizabeth?
I just wanted to make clarification about the previous point, because I think you might misunderstand what the point is, unfortunately, and that is, let's say, for example, God forbid, that we got into some kind of legal wranglings with South Huron for some reason, and
Municipality A.
Okay, Municipality A, that's correct, Municipality A. And then everything goes in camera, of course, right? And so, but this resident in Forest Estates really wants to talk to that issue in front of the entire council. But it's not, when do they have a chance? They're not asking a question, they're just saying, my opinion on the matter with Municipality A is the following, but they just want to ask a question. And many people do not have the courage to actually come to the table as a delegation per se. They just want to ask a question and get it over with. And there should be a forum for them to do that, just ask us, or just make a statement about their opinion about Municipality A's and something they read in the newspaper, and that we should be factoring this into our decision making. So that's my only point, is that if we have that identified that we'll be discussing some legal issues, then would it not be permissible for them to make their statement during the discussion period? That, I think, is necessary.
I think Ruth had her hand up first, Mark.
She always has a hand up.
Well, yeah, mine was going back to a couple.
I'm not getting in the middle of this.
You are in the
Oh,
middle.
well, you are in the middle. That's a tough. You're in the middle. I had wanted to comment on what was mentioned previous, but I'm going to say something on this one too. People do have that opportunity to provide input, and that is by calling each one of us as council that's what they're here for, and we can bring those concerns to the table. But again, they still have that option also as appearing as a delegation. So there's all kinds of opportunity for someone to express concern to us individually. But getting back to what Doug's points and the whole issue of discussion period and just some parameters around discussion period. We never have needed in the past to say, okay, this goes through the mayor, and it is only the mayor because, like you say, what's been happening is someone will stand up and through the mayor to Councillor Cook, through the mayor to whatever, and then we're all talking, and it's just totally inappropriate and shouldn't happen. So I think we really do have to have those protocols clear here, that it is through the mayor, and that it isn't a discussion and a question and answer, but it's an opportunity to express, and then the mayor.
Ask for clarification.
Then
Clear understanding.
and away we go. The other piece about the whole issue of staff and comments about staff, I mean, I don't know of any organization, I don't know of any board, I don't know of any council, I don't know of anything anywhere, and all of this stuff, I mean, you can read board stuff until you're blue in the bloody face. That's the first rule. You do not allow that to happen, so that's the mayor's job. But yes, that should be, I guess that needs to be in our code of ethics, because even, it's an unwritten rule. So and obviously, because we have had issues, we need to put some things into our code of ethics or somewhere, because that just does not happen. And that's out of order, and the mayor rules with the mayor.
I think
Martin
we
was
need-
first.
Marty, go ahead. I guess it's rubbing off.
I have my hand up.
You are in the middle, Martin.
Sorry, go ahead. We thought you spoke.
Yeah.
15.4, all questions and statements will be addressed to the mayor. We enforce it, that takes care of that. Yes, somebody in my ward, or anybody, any ward, any councillor, if they want to talk to a councillor, that's one way of doing it. Delegation is another way of doing it. Correspondence is another way of doing it. The trouble is, a lot of people, if they want to stand up and make a statement, they've just thought about it. And we're talking about transparency. So people say, have you got anything else to say? Someone will say, oh, I don't know. And then it's like a one for all. And we do have to protect our staff once again, but if we have to be forced ourselves to slow down, think about things, take time, even though notice is a motion, we're applying, we put it in, we look at it, we go for a motion the next time, then so do the members of the public as well. Because it's exactly the same thing. It's about transparency for all people within this municipality, not just the people who happen to be here, and I think that's important to remember.
You said it on Saturday, the 3 R's. Now I've forgotten already. Respect.
Reading, writing, arithmetic.
No,
Reasonable,
reasonable,
responsible,
responsible,
and respectable.
We have to bring a decorum into this place. This is a place of business. It's not a free-for-all. And I know people are passionate about subjects. We're all passionate about subjects. We just went through an unbelievable Saturday session where that could have just blown up like Mount Etna. And it didn't. And I think we have to bring a decorum into here that reflects out there. And people have to understand, if you have a bone to pick with someone, or if you're upset with someone, there's ways to do it. Standing up in a meeting and making, temperate statements is not the way to do it. And we have to encourage all that. And I think something, maybe Carol should go in here, that says if you have a question or whatever, that's what your counselors are for. Work through your counselors. But this discussion period is very specific. It is not public speaking. It is not speaker's forum. It shouldn't be.
Elizabeth?
And I think that's an excellent illustration, actually, about what happened on Saturday, because there were definitely some people that had emotions, strong emotions communicated. And I would hate to see us get so sensitive that we're starting to close down those types of people, because sometimes in the moment, when there's emotion and they don't usually speak publicly, they start to get a little stronger, and I think we can't overreact or get too sensitive either. So whatever wording we do pick, and because I agree that we can't allow any kind of unreasonable outburst, we still give people room to allow your human weaknesses to still allow them to